everyone, welcome back to another trip report. Today we're flying Iberia Business Class from Madrid to London Heathrow on the Airbus A320neo. Today's flight will take roughly 2.5 hours from Madrid to London Heathrow. It's a short journey, but still enough time to experience what Iberia Business Class has to offer. I just arrived at Adolfo Suarez Madrid-Barajas Airport, and honestly, it's one of the nicest airports in Europe. It's modern, spacious, incredibly bright, and surprisingly easy to get around. As soon as you walk into the terminal, the signage clearly points business class passengers toward the dedicated Iberia check-in area. Once you're in the business class check-in area, you have two options. If you're checking a bag, you can use the staffed counters. But if you're traveling light like I was, the self-service kiosks are a much quicker option. They're easy to use, and you'll have your boarding pass within minutes. After that, business class passengers can use the fast-track security lane, which saves a lot of time. After finishing check-in and entering the terminal, I immediately noticed there were a lot of really nice duty-free shops around. At first I thought, great, this must be my terminal. So I decided to spend some time looking around. I walked around for about 20 minutes, and honestly, this terminal had a great selection of shops, restaurants, and cafes. It was a really nice area to spend some time before the flight. After exploring for a while, I decided it was time to find the Iberia Lounge. Finding the lounge was not as easy as I expected. After walking around for a while, I finally found the lounge entrance. But when I went inside, the staff told me that this wasn't the lounge for my flight. I was actually in the wrong terminal. That's when I realized I needed to move quickly to the correct terminal, because I still wanted enough time to enjoy the other lounge before boarding. So I grabbed my things and started making my way there as quickly as possible. After leaving the lounge, I followed the signs for the airport train to get to the correct terminal. The train ride took around 10 to 15 minutes, so I knew I couldn't waste too much time if I still wanted to visit the other lounge before my flight. One thing I learned from this experience: always check your departure terminal before you arrive. Otherwise, you might end up doing an unexpected airport tour like I did. Once I arrived, I went through passport control, which took another 20 minutes. Finally, after all that traveling inside the airport, I made it to the correct terminal, and there it was, the Iberia Lounge. And one thing I really liked was the lockers near the entrance. You can safely leave your backpack or carry-on there, lock it, and enjoy the lounge without dragging your luggage around. The lounge itself was spacious and had a really nice view of the airport apron and the aircraft outside. The food selection wasn't huge, but the quality was excellent. Everything looked fresh, tasted great, and honestly exceeded my expectations. There were also free drinks available, a bar where you could order alcoholic drinks, and even a small snack area with popcorn and chocolates. After all the running between terminals, this was exactly what I needed. It was the perfect place to slow down, relax, and enjoy some quiet time before the flight. I spent around an hour here, enjoying the food, the views, and the comfortable atmosphere before finally heading to my gate. When I arrived at the gate, I found out that the flight had a small delay. It wasn't anything major, so I just took some time to relax, watch the activity around the gate, and wait for boarding to begin. After a short while, boarding finally started, and as business class passengers, we were among the first to board the aircraft. Today's aircraft was the Airbus A320neo. Now, just like many European business class flights, the cabin itself was exactly the same as economy class. The main difference is that the middle seat is blocked, giving you extra personal space. The legroom also felt slightly better compared to economy, but the seat itself was basically the same. After all passengers boarded, we pushed back and headed towards the runway for takeoff. After all passengers boarded, the doors were closed, the jet bridge was removed, and we were finally ready to leave the gate. The aircraft started its pushback, and we slowly made our way towards the runway for takeoff. The weather was starting to improve compared to earlier, and I was looking forward to seeing how the rest of the flight would go. Once we reached cruising altitude, the crew started the meal service. There were two options, fish or vegetarian. I chose the vegetarian option, and honestly, I'm really glad I did. The passenger next to me chose the fish, and from what I saw, my meal actually looked much better. The meal came with bread and butter, a starter with mozzarella cheese, and a really delicious chocolate mousse for dessert. For drinks, I chose sparkling water. One thing I really appreciated about Iberia's service was that the crew were very attentive. Whenever my drink was empty, they came by and asked if I wanted a refill. After the meal, they also offered chocolates with coffee, which was a nice finishing touch. Business class passengers also had free Wi-Fi access during the flight, which was another great bonus. I also checked out the business class lavatory. It was separate from economy, very clean and well maintained. Since this A320neo is still relatively new, that's pretty much what I expected. Overall, I really enjoyed this flight. The cabin was clean, and the service from the Iberia crew was excellent. After a couple of hours in the air, we started our descent and eventually landed at London Heathrow. I have to say, this was a really enjoyable business class experience. For a short European flight, I think Iberia did a great job, and I definitely recommend trying their business class if you get the chance. On some flights, Iberia also operates larger aircraft like the Airbus A330 and A350. If you're lucky enough to book one of those, you'll get to experience their long-haul business class cabin on a relatively short European route, which is a pretty nice bonus. Thank you so much for watching this trip report. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more flight reviews and travel content. We've got plenty more trips coming over the next few weeks, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.